before I let you go? Can I get a kiss? Good night, baby. You need food stamps? I don't even remember that. Food stamps was known as food coupons. It said it on it. Food coupons. What time is it? Food coupons. Yeah, last week everybody was out. Oh, the band. The band, man. Halloween weekend. What's today? Even Nora. I don't even know what the fuck today is. The cop. Is that the police? Not fucking with people on the street. I don't want to lose y'all. Was that the cop? That was just right there. Oh, man. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Oh, y'all didn't like that caption, huh? Oh, man, I should, like, fucking... There's one. Is that my cousin? Because I always got the one. Let me see. It's late at night. He's trying to hide in the cuts. Ain't gonna say nothing. Now we got 14 of y'all all of a sudden. Who needs them food coupons? Who is surviving without the food coupons? Do y'all even know what food coupons are? And how is this world gonna go? We going into, so this is the first week in November, right? This is the first week. We got, what's today's date? Oh shit, the 3rd, 4th, let me see. Monday was the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Is today the 7th? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Today's the 7th? Is it today? I'm getting it so mixed up. I'm so mixed up on the dates. Today's the 6th or the 7th. So we got 3 more weekends, 3 more weeks. Are they gonna have the food coupons in by Thanksgiving? That should have been the poll. Will they have the food coupons in by Thanksgiving? Because that's gonna cause a lot of freaking chaos. Right now, people is like, they being patient, right? Here's my question. Food coupons to the grocery store, the liquor store, whoever, that's cash money, right? That's money. Because they not whatever, or it's a credit. Why don't they give people the cash that got the food coupons? A lot of people will convert their coupons into cash anyway, or give them half the cash of the coupons. They can say either you can have half cash or half coupons. I know in California, I believe they said that they're going to at least give people half of whatever their regular coupons is at some point. But when Thanksgiving come, yeah, people be passing out turkeys, but not everybody cares to eat turkey. You know, oh, nobody wanted to hear that shit. They're like, okay, I don't want to hear this shit. I thought you was talking about something. Thought you was really doing something, D. I ain't doing shit. Oof. That Trader Joe's limeade is the bomb. But anyway, like I said, back to the food coupons. By Thanksgiving, or if they even wait, they might even make people wait like that long. Right until the end, just have people stressing. Hi, how are you, sister? Florita Hernandez. What's up, sister? I'm blessed, just like you, my sister. Shit. How you doing? How you doing? On this wonderful cold. It's cold in a mug. Oh, that's right, and I got my freaking wrong one on. Holy smoke, they got all kind of police just messing with people. They know these people is on the street. Why is they messing with them? Any other night they don't mess with them. Now all of a sudden it's like all the cops I just seen is messing with the homeless people. And people be out here all the time. And the people that I seen, they just sitting in there cold. I bet you they ain't gonna take them nowhere warm. And anyway, like I said, that's right, hanging in there. Where are you from? Where am I? I'm from Cali, California, yay. Where we don't rest, we always play. Like I'm saying, it's like, this is the end of the year. Like, why didn't they have like the shutdown during the summer when they got a lot of more food programs, you know, giving away? Now it's cold. People really need their food. They need their coffee. And they could have had, I feel like if they would have had the shutdown during the summer, like by this time they would have had it all figured it out. I'm not big into politics, so I don't really know reasons for things on one side or the other. But I know when something major happens, and from what I see, they haven't passed out any food coupons to any places. They got places handing out food baskets, but like they said, you got over 40 million people that depend on food coupons, you know. And right now, I'm sure that they not probably have even passed out 1 million food baskets. You know, so it's like, I guess that's just it. I should have had, that should be the question of the poll. Do you think that they will replenish the food stamps by Thanksgiving? You know? Do you think that'll happen? That is the question. That's an important question, because like now that I've gotten older, I'm not too big in the holidays. I'm like, hey, whenever the family, especially like Thanksgiving, is to me almost like it's messed up, because they have it on the last day of the week, the day before the last day of the week. Most people got to go back to work the next day, you know, and that's kind of sucky. So you can't really like hang out that much as you want to. Some people take off, but for the most part, and now with the way things are going, people, they got to go to work the next day. They need that money. That day, that couple $100, you know, that you don't make, that can make a big difference, you know, on the plate. You know, food coupons, next thing you're gonna know, they say, hey, now there would have really been some serious ass riots going on if they was like, we ain't giving out no cash. You know, because that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the difference in the food coupon and the cash amount? Or isn't that like a fair to people? If they're low on the government subsidies of food stamps, who's to say that the government subsidies for cash aid isn't about to diminish as well? You know, and that's going to be the next thing that they talk about. I mean, this whole, I got some that argue, and I can get it, where they're like, hey, you know, they let a lot of immigrants come in and they give them a bunch they give them a kind of like even more so than the people who live here to get them started because they don't know English and all this shit. You know, a lot has been, aid has been put out. And like I said, forgive me if I'm spouting off wrong shit. You know, because I just hear here and there and I pick up little stuff on the news. But from my understanding, we get some defrost going on over here because the windows is fogging up. It's a little cold. What's it? 52. It feels colder than 52. But anyway, it's a lot of people. It's depending on some stuff. There's a lot of people that have gotten stuff. There's a lot of people that get over on the government. You know, people be claiming they got 8 kids in the house, but really it's just 5 now. Be getting thousands of dollars in food coupons. I'm just sure it's a lot of place families. And it's like, how long we gonna go on before there's a possible riot to happen, you know? And it's like, what is it that people can do? I mean, really, to protest, what are you gonna protest? Or even the companies. Because I'd like to think that, like, major companies, food, the grocery stores, the ones who make the food, aren't they losing out on millions? If people aren't getting those food coupons, that means that they're spending less money. Some people just would have enough just to cash aid to pay their rent, and then just enough to and maybe just very little, because then you got your rent and then, you know, your personals, you know. So usually cash aid was literally used for things that you can only buy cash. Now they have to supplement that to buy food. So it's like, really, it's like I haven't heard much, you know, but it's like, how long will it that people can hold out? Some people, because it's usually between like the 1st and the 10th or the 12th that they're passing out, they're handing out the coupons anyway. So it's like, really, they got a few more days before people are really going to be like, oh, then what? It seems like it's going to be like some major shit to go on pretty soon if people don't get their food coupons, right? Because today's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. So today's the 7th. So by Monday, something has to change. Or it's going to be all kind of heck is about to break loose in this United States. That, you know, like if you don't have your gun permit, yeah, let's just call it for real. Like, if you're not having your gun permit, it's about to be some BS, you know. And I'm not saying like you're gonna want to shoot anybody for trying to break your house to get some food, but it's like, you know, or, you know, we're gonna share our food. You know, I'm like, I don't have a lot, but I always attempt to share, you know, buy some peanut butter or something. But then who's gonna really want to eat just all that? It's like, damn, what really is it gonna come about? What's really about to happen? Like, what's really about to freaking happen? Like, these are the things now. It's like, you know, usually most of the world doesn't worry about politics, but I'm sure now we got a whole lot of people that are talking politics and watching the news and reading the paper, you know, probably checking, who's like checking they like EBT card like every 5 hours to be like, have they changed the message yet? You know, it's like, holy smoke. What if this becomes like a permanent freaking thing? Like, is that what they're going to do? Is they're going to be like, give you more cash? But then that's just it. If they give more cash, that means that, so what's the chance that that budget does not get depleted? Especially because basically welfare was a extra subsidy or something. It was something that it wasn't always around. So that means, like, is it possible that welfare, cash aid, whatever you want to call it, is about to be like the end of it? That could really cause, like, this is like their first part of like genocide in a way, starve out the people, survival of the fittest. here's the thing. It's not like grocery stores are lowering their prices for people so people can just buy more. Is there going to be more food waste? It's just like, realistically, like, how long is this possibly going to go? Like, if this whole month, you know, because this is like the first week. Now we're going into the second week. Will there be a complete second week of no food coupons being passed out? Will people change what they buy? Will they start buying more in bulk because of something like this happening? And now it's going to put people in fear of, like, you know, of now, like, being prepared for something like this to happen, because it's happening now. I mean, I don't know, but I want to say, as far as I know, it's like the first time in the history of, you know, food coupons that they done cut the food coupons out. People need their food coupons, and I feel them. It's almost like, you know, it hurts your feelings to go out and eat. Will this raise the prices on, like, to restaurants and stuff because of the fact that there's going to be more supply? You know what I'm saying? That's I'm just wondering. Like, yeah, people who make the canned foods and stuff, but the fresh produce and the meats and stuff. I mean, just think about it. Like, maybe that's why they've been raising the price of meats, because they knew that this was going to happen anyway. You know, because, like, especially like beef has went up like a considerable amount. The one thing that's still been pretty reasonable is pork. You know, I wish I would have got more ribs when they was $1.97 a pound just a few months ago, a couple months ago. Now it's $3.97 at my local Raley's, and I think Raley's is what is that? It's a sister company of Nob Hill, but it's also like something else. Another, I can't think of the name right now. But it's like, sheesh, you know, like, what's to come about? I mean, really, I really feel for humanity, you know, and I do the best that I can. I'm like, I'm not one with much. I'm like, heck, I'm just as, I get certain assistance myself, so, but, you know, hey, this would be a way for me to lose some weight. Just, you know, can't afford to eat, like, you know, can't eat as good as we did when we was getting them food coupons. Like, what the heck? This is not cool. This is not really cool at all. No, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's what I'm saying. This is the beginning of bad. No, I believe you. That's what I'm saying. Like, how many more weeks is this going to go on? And then, like, take some of the lottery money. Stop the lottery. You know? Where's all that money? It's almost like, yeah, they're just shitty, you know, damn lottery. Let the shit go back to the streets. Let the streets have the lottery. You know, it's like unnecessary, wasteful money is being put out there. It's like life is still, like, going on, but it's crazy how it's going on. Rapidly Nature. Where are you from, Rapidly? If you're still there, Rapidly Nature, you said you're $37 trillion in debt. If you think this is bad, just wait. Now I'm waiting, I'm watching, man. That's why I'm going to be in the good graces of everybody that I'm into this week. I want to still be in good graces with them next week. People that I was, oh well, they say fuck me, I'm like, fuck you too then. But for the piece of people that's cool with me this week, I want them to still be cool with me next week. Because people, we need to eat. I want to eat, you know. Man, it's a little bit freaking, it's a little intimidating on what is to be, man, on what is to be. All right, so we got So we got 58%, 42%. Mason says, yeah, I heard government made it hard for SNAP and EBT. Well, EBT is what I guess you mean like as far as cash aid. As far as for like newcomers, and it's just almost a shame that it's always like new people every time you turn around. But that's just it too. It's like, you know, a lot of these young motherfucking kids having babies and they just go straight to welfare. You know, I'm sure that's a lot of like underage people. It's just more and more just added on to where there's people who need it, that become disabled, that are elderly, you know, or mothers temporarily that had like infants and a daddy skipped out on them, you know. But then it becomes a point where when you got somebody that's hella young and getting it, and then their education is like, yeah, it just makes it fucking hard. You know, you got some mothers who waited till they literally had to start fucking working, and then just trying to make like the bare minimum so they can still get the max and food stamps and shit. I might people who absolutely need it but met others who abused it. Yeah, exactly. There's a whole bunch out there who have like fucking abused it. A whole bunch out there. Just that's why I feel like there's a whole bunch of dope fiends. They gonna go sell it straight to the dope man, who the dope man or woman, they getting food stamps half the time too, and then they doubling up. You know, it's like I believe like everybody who gets whatever should have to pass a drug test every fucking month. And if they got drugs in their system that's not legal or being prescribed to them, okay, well, boom, you're about to get cut off. You know? And have kitty pack. They got kids, or they'll get a kitty pack. Fool, take the kids away too. Just whatever. I'm just saying there got to be more restrictions to make people be more something accountable. You know? But that's like now. It's like that's something that should have been being implemented a long time ago. You know, now it's like, what are you going to do now? Maybe there might be new restrictions put on things once they get shit back together, if they ever do, anytime soon. This could be the beginning of some really serious shit. Yeah, some of my family would sell their EBT for cash. Exactly, lots of people. But it's about the ones who really abuse it, who sell it for dope. You know, it's like, you know, cut out the dope game, there wouldn't be people having a reason, you know what, because they want to go buy them some Off-Whites, some other kind of bullshit. That's one of the main hustles. And just right now, it's like, is that drug dealer, are they still gonna beat up the people because they ain't got their money, they ain't got the stamps for them because what they fronted them? You know, are they gonna whoop their ass? They be like, hey, I ain't got it, because they ain't got it, and they don't know when they gonna get it. I mean, could you just think like how many people was like, hey, you know, last month, they like, next month, you know, whatever, I'll front you, you know, my food stamps, blah, blah, blah. They ain't got it now. Like I said, what about when they fuck with that cash aid? That's when it's really about to get wild. Because there's a lot of people who they would get more food stamps and less money, especially for the women that timed out and shit. they still got food stamps. So it was like, what about that? They got like the bare minimum, and yeah, like they relied on that food stamp money. They was getting like 800 in food stamps and shit because they got all them motherfucking kids. You got the mothers who they'll like their kids will have some kids, and they'll be like, we'll just put the kids on my thing. And it's like, you know, that's just it. It's like too many. I'm not saying, like, I know people who have worked for the system back in the day when they would go knocking on people's doors and show up at their house and look through it to see, like, is it a man living here and shit, and would judge people about, like, the type of furniture they had in their house. And they could be wrong, because some people really do be given shit, but there's some people, you know, who don't. But we talking about the ones who do, and they would get judged. But it's almost like you gotta, you know, like bring that back into effect, because it's like too much is like getting out of control. And then now, since some people's taxes was paying into stuff, what's going to come about for that now? Especially for like for California. First, they was like California was supposed to use their own fund and to help people. But instead, you got little organizations passing out food, but some of that food ain't fresh. It's that same food that's about to expire anyway. You know, it's like, if you're going to pass out food, pass out stuff just like that's in the regular stores that's got an expiration date. Like bread that's going to last for 2 weeks, you know, or a week, however the bread is. Not that shit that's about to expire tomorrow and you got to put it all in the freezer. No, that's not, like, it ain't worth going to the food banks if they're going to be getting some crappy ass food. But I will say, like, it's like, just start paying attention in your grocery stores. For the people who do, my wife family side have like 10 kids and be getting food stamps all in one household. Then those kids growing up having kids at like 18 and getting more. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And not even 18, the younger kids. As I'm saying, there's a lot of kids having kids, and then everybody just all up in there, you know, getting stamps and just relying on that. So now, hey, everybody that was getting on, that had stamps and shit, you know, motherfuckers are getting paid, what, $20 an hour to fucking fry some fries. Everybody get out there, and now it's like, go work. Go fucking work. And then you might actually find, like, you know, then you're gonna realize, like, hey, I could work 2 days and get the food stamp money that we would have got for the whole month. You know, and shit, like the way you said, that's a lot of damn people. 10 kids and BS. You know, it's a lot. Can't you still go to work at like 14 now? I guess probably not, because they don't like do newspapers hardly anymore. Like the newspaper business is going all out. Even the newspaper delivery boy, like, do they even still have those? I don't even know. People's like still deliver papers or something. I don't know. Excuse me, you guys. Excuse me. I had a lot of coffee in me. Now I just drank some limeade. Trader Joe's limeade. But anyway, it's like I had got a pizza yesterday. Papa Murphy's on Wednesday was like giving a pizza for $1. And I had got that $1 pizza. It was just one topping. And I'd be darned if I damn overcooked it. And then it's just all burnt. And I'm like, I'm not going to give somebody something I wouldn't eat. But it's like, you know, yeah, we could like pass out a little bit of food here and there and try to help out. But overall, we're not going to be able to really help out as many that really need freaking help. But if there was ever a time for a community to really come together and people be humble, it's like, hey, this is like a really serious time. You know, think twice about putting your cans in the recycle bin and go recycle them mugs, because, you know, you can go recycle your cans at Costco. You can go recycle your cans at the grocery store, the Dollar Tree, cans and bottles and glass. And at Costco, they got a sign that they have to take them. I usually save mine and get a bag and I give it to a homeless person, but now I'm about to be keeping my damn cans and bottles and recycling myself. As one, that's 10 cents here, 10 cents there. We're gonna be needing all our dollars. Cause it's gonna really be, like I said, it's like if food stamps is the first to go, who's to say that cash aid won't be the next? And that's gonna really cause some problems. And it's like, hey, just FYI, you know, everybody better start kind of, you know, getting your firearms. Conceal and carry. If you're in California, go get that. It's about like, it's gonna cost you like about $1,400-$1,500 to take the class, at least $1,000 minimum. But hey, I mean, don't be. It's a worthy investment, and that's just kind of like keeping the. Say, yeah, me and my wife both work. We are really not involved with our families. I'm 27. We have a 4-year-old son. We would never abuse the system. We work for everything. And you know, there's many like you. There's many like you. But if you work in, it's like, why even try to anyway? You know, it's like overall, unless you're working under the table, you know, you're gonna get found out. But there's, I mean, many that abuse the system in a sense, like I said, that claiming they kids are almost like, I don't know. It's kind of just, it's really messed up right now. It's really messed up. It's like, you know, the streets never was safe, but this is really not going to make it safe. You know, and the United States is really big. It's really, really big. Now, for the Republican states, obviously, I mean, Republican states get welfare too. The difference in a Republican state is where, like, if you're single, they're not going to give you any food stamps. But if you got a child, then yeah. Compared to Democratic states, you know, you can be single and they can help you out and all this shit. But it's a lot of people, yeah, that was eating good for a while, and now they wish, like, hey, we shouldn't have been eating good. We should have been buying some beans and rice just for days like this, because this is almost kind of like a fucking, not COVID, but yeah, just being on a lockdown, you know, for some people, where it's like I said, when there's certain things you should just buy in bulk and have for emergency moments, you know, having those emergency food days. I remember back in the day, my mother-in-law would buy like 3 20-pound bags of potatoes. And my sister and brother-in-laws, they would just get those potatoes instantly and just hoard them for like the end of the month. You know, because that's when it'd be like, those was the hungry days, and everybody be frying potatoes and baking a potato and shit. And now I just think those potatoes would have been gone. So it's expensive. I make $21.50 an hour, and my wife makes $23.40 an hour, full time. Can't even afford a decent home, but our family's on welfare. Food stamps, Section 8, have cars and houses. But other families on welfare. Yeah, I would like some Section 8. I used to have Section 8. I gave it up because I was under the impression that I was getting a house. And whew. It didn't happen. So yeah, so what? You work part-time, so that's like 40, say 45, we'll just round off to $45 an hour y'all make it. I said 80 hours a week. If you working, she works. Both of y'all work full time. Can't even afford it. Well, like where you live at, where you must like in California or something. Yeah, it is a little expensive. You say 40. Let's just round up at 40. Say y'all making 32. It's like 3,200. We both work full time. Y'all got a kid? Like who's finally exempt? I had a house, so I guess only one can file claim the kid, huh? Yeah, and that's where they'll eat you up. That's what I'm saying. Like, so where's the taxes going? Because it sure ain't fixing the potholes in Richmond. You know? Where is the fucking tax money going? Just think single people, like, pay a whole fucking lot in taxes. You know? When you got a kid, that's helpful. Solar panels, and then if you do get a decent rent, then the electricity. If you do have a home, your electricity, gas, garbage, you got to pay all of those. So it's like, what are they going to? Something's got to be prorated. Something's got to be, what's the word? Compensated for. You know. People that, you know, if you don't get one thing, if they're cutting off one thing, it's like, are they going to cut something else off? That's just what I'm like, you know, just, it's almost, it's like, it's kind of fearful, and not fearful, like, totally scary. I don't know. Oh, that's excellent. Yeah, come on, go around, man. Bad. I had to like kind of focus on how are people driving here. Oh, excuse me. Like I said, the food banks, and even like just like I said, one food bank is almost like you're gonna need a food bank for every day. Because usually not the food bank stuff, they just give you like some food and maybe last for like a half of a week. I don't know, they really give you like a week's worth of food. But I guess that's just it. We're gonna have to start like rationing out stuff. Nobody is gonna be having those big old plates of food anymore, you know. Yeah, I heard something like back then 8 months of rent could buy a TV. But now it's 8 TVs pay 1 month of rent. Yeah, it's crazy how now, like, you can get a big ass screen TV, like, brand new for, like, what, less than, like, $800? I look at, like, Costco all the time, and really, you know, like, 36 inches, like, $200-300. And it's crazy how it's, like, times have changed so much. It's like they know what they're doing. It's cold. It's 56 degrees. I'm about to get out and get some gas in just a second here. So I'm going a little bit further. I will continue this discussion. Let me get a little bit of gas. Oh, new cars and those bright lights, they hurt my eyes. Woo, 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 woo. Gas break, but most of our families could work. They decided not to. Yes, yeah. The ones who could don't. I wish I could. There's just so much money out there to be made. There's just so much out there to be made. But I am like deemed disabled, and just damn, just is what it is. Be right back.
Can you give me a ride?
But most of our families, yeah. It's I feel a little well. I don't feel too bad, but plus I got a lot of stuff in my car. This lady just asked me, "Can I give her a ride?" It's like it's 2 in the morning. For one, you know, and and she going in one direction and I'm going in another direction. So it's just like I can't help you out anyway. Especially when she was pointing one way and I'm going the other way. So it's just like I can happily say like no, but sometimes I do like to help people out, and I have helped out homeless people. You know, I've given a stranger a ride at times. Yeah, and that BS that people who are abusing the system are affected those who really can't work. I hope you. That's what I'm saying. That's what's really, 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 really what's fucked up is there's a lot of people out there that mess it up for a lot of people who really need the freaking help. You know, that really, really do. I'm like, I'm blessed that especially that I was able to be helped at the time when I was, and have been. And hold on, gas stop. All right, well, that took a little minute because the man in the gas station thought that I was adorable. How funny. And plus, he was laughing at me because I got my, I got a family member this honey pack. Because I have an older family member and he has a wife. And one day I seen him on the computer and it had flashed about erectile dysfunction. So I was like, if I come back to this store, and I did, and I'm like, I'm gonna get that from my uncle and just be like, here you go, uncle. Why don't you try this out? The Royal Honey. And the man, he was laughing at first, the gas station man, and then he was trying to talk to me that stuff. But anyway, so back to what I'm saying. What were we saying about? Yeah, there, like I said, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of us, especially that are younger, and we've gotten hurt or something, and you know, that really do need the benefits because like we can't stand up on our feet anymore, you know, for an hour straight, or sit down, you know, or flip some burgers. Like hell, I would be right over at McDonald's flipping some burgers, taking your order. Fucking, I for sure would be over at In-N-Out Burger. All them managers making $100,000 a year. I would be writing schedules and all kind of shit, making $100,000 a year. Oh my gosh. Excuse me, and having too, you know, and making it. And that's just it. If anything, if more families besides just foreign Americans could live together, it would definitely take the load off. Live together for like 5 years, do like a lot of other foreigners do, and we split the bills. Shit, life could be so much better for people. But now people be on some bullshit. They be all in their mind, they get up this ego. You know. And there's some people they looking down on people, you know. But hey, eventually it's gonna be a lot of the playing field is gonna get leveled out. You know. Playing field is gonna get leveled out. Sad. Just kind of sad. I'm laughing. Well, I'm not laughing too much. I'm gonna keep that to myself. But anyway, the weird thing is, I met people who are disabled but still find ways to work. Well, you know, there are some. I mean, there are some. There's ways to get by. But for argument's sake, it depends on what you do, what you can do. You know. Just like for me, it's like I got to be able to do something where I can just do it as I want to do. So, you know, I'm not doubting that a disability doesn't stop a person from working. It's more so, especially let's go by this, like for as far as the government goes or something, it goes by your age and what you were doing. For argument's sake, for me, it would just be more like just my mind. I had to use my mind more so. But physically, I worked a lot of physical jobs. You know, like all my life, I was always physical. And overall, that's just like something I'm just really not able to do anymore. You know, not consistently. Let me just say that. But I don't doubt that there's something, like I'm always entertaining my mind, you know, and figured it out. I'm always, like looking for like, what is it? Just like, I'm not saying this here will gonna get me anywhere, but I like do things that all I just need is that just one hit, that one hit wonder, you know. Think just like you could write a book, you could write a song, you can come up with some cool little invention. Boom. Make $1 million, and there you go. So you're SDI. Not necessarily that, but I get a funding. I get a funding. I still get alimony. So my alimony is more than, but oh damn, let me get away from them. They almost came running to me. Oh shit, that's shit that I do. Is you falling asleep? You know. But I was one of those who got some food stamps. But unfortunately I didn't get a lot. I only got like $50. But hey, that would be really, really helpful when I did. But yeah, look at, I'm fortunate that I'm just right at that threshold where I made just enough to where, and that would be kind of really suck, like if they totally like cut off Social Security, that would really, 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 really suck. If the whole Social Security, your Social Security disability just got really like freaking cut off. Oh my gosh. That would be so sucky. That would be so sucky. That's when you'd be like, and if anything, I just feel kind of like, what would I do? Like, I would just like drive, not necessarily drive for Uber, but yeah, I would just kind of start my own like driving service because people still use them, and I know a lot of like people, like especially like older people and stuff. I would just drive older people to the casinos and shit. So you've been through a divorce and receiving alimony? Yes. Mason Morse. I was married for 32 years. I had to think, I was like, it was 31 or 30, but it's 32. Yes, that was a long time to be on the ties for the wrong person. Now, if anything, I'm like, I'll marry a foreigner to get over it. I'm gonna marry somebody just I'll try to get paid now. Which way do I want to go? Why do they still do that? Foreigner marries somebody to get their green card. Probably gonna be really even harder now. I would like to marry an Asian dude. I always found Asian guys, I don't know. I've never, obviously, I never dated an Asian guy before. But you got married. Okay, that's what's up. Congrats, congrats. What was you guys like, high school sweethearts or something? Y'all was together for 9 years. And now y'all just got married. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, Mason. I wish you the best. I really do, because relationships are not easy. People grow, and especially like the younger you are, the more like your life, your likes, your dislikes are gonna change. So it's like, may you guys really be like the best of friends, so that that you guys will be able to communicate. I just feel like that's just the key to any kind of relationship. I don't give a fuck. Business, just buddies. You guys got to be able to fucking communicate. If there is no communication, there is not going to be a relationship. It's not going to last long at all. Or it's going to be miserable. That's what's going to be miserable. If people aren't willing to communicate, if you got to be willing to hear out the other person. When the person says they're not happy, when they tell you what they're not happy about, you can't be like reprimanding people because they don't like something that you're doing to them. That's just not right at all. I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, I hope my uncle don't be like, but if anything, that's why I was like laughing about, I wish you well to get that Asian man. Thanks for the advice. Word. No, overall, I'm seriously kidding though. I'm like, really, I'm just so much now wanting to really just kind of I just really want to get to know and love myself, and I want to just do so many things that really is just like, it's on my own. Kind of really just want to be really close to my family as much as I can. But hey, I'm not gonna knock whatever life, has in store for me. I'm not going to. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm partly just like joking about. I really don't want anybody, just honestly, but that would be rude. What if somebody comes in my life that really wants to make me laugh? Hey, share a lot. Hey, there are a lot of single people out there. Yes, there are. Oh, there's a whole lot of single. But there's a lot of us single people that are out here single by choice. Because I definitely believe, like, don't settle. Just because we're single don't mean a motherfucker is lonely. At all. It's a lot of that's really like, I'm happily being single, really not trying to whatever, No. Especially like right now, it's like I've been so like entangled with people for such a great part of my life that like there's things that I've wanted to do where it was like, if somebody's not on the same page as me, don't having the same type of hobbies as me, then it's not gonna work out anyway. And that's what I'm saying. Like now, it's like I don't necessarily have the time because me focusing on my health, and there are some like goals that I have, so it's like I gotta, really put time into that that's what I'm saying. Like even like just like with like the world, it's like I care a lot about like humanity in general, animals too, you know. And that's where it's just like I said, this is all this is going on right now is making me pay a little bit more attention. I don't want to get heavy into politics, but it's just having me pay a better attention in general to what's going on, you know. And it's like it's some serious shit going on. But just like me, I went to the movies yesterday. You know, it's like we still living because it's like hell. Some of these privileges we have, they just might all halt one day. So it's like, you know, we gonna keep on living till we just not gonna be living anymore. But living the way, the freely as we do, that could come to a halt. You know? I mean, to have a big grasp on the United States I guess that's just it, making the United States weak and giving a chance for other countries to come together and then come against us. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. Like they said, like, because what about 10% of the airlines, like they're holding back, like they've dropped like 10% of their things flying out and stuff. So like that's like a big thing, you know. That's like a serious thing right there. You know, I'm like, those are serious. This is some serious shit that's going on, you know, with this shutdown thing. Because what, like the air traffic control people aren't, they're not working. Like some government people aren't working. It's like, shit. There's a lot. It's like things are just slowly trickling. Things right now that are being cut off aren't affecting. It's not affecting everybody. It's like right now it's the food stamps. That's affecting. It's affecting a big majority of people. But there's more. There's more people out there because there's people who work that are still getting food stamps too. You know. And like they said, and they depended on it because, you know, they were just at that threshold where they could still get some food stamps. It's what they had, like mothers where they got like at least work like 20 hours, and so, you know, they still got their fancy stamps. They was just cut off a cash aid, and so there's like that cash aid helped them to I mean, that food stamps helped so they could eat and then pay for, because now they paying for the full rent and stuff. Yeah, take time for yourself. For all, you know, someone may come around when that time does come. You can decide what you want to do and your goals. Thank you. Thank you. And you too, like, build your family, get you a nice house and the things you want. If anything, like, get a life insurance policy while you guys are still young, you know, so the rates can stay low. I think like that should be something like the people putting their bills. Like that's the one thing that I just was so disappointed in myself that I didn't do, was get a life insurance policy on my ex-husband while we was young, and keep my insurance policy going on my child that I do have when he was young, you know, because it would have stayed low, but I didn't. And that's just it, you know. When we know better, we do better. When we don't know better, we're not gonna necessarily do better. Some of us do, some of us don't. But it's like it's gotta start from somewhere. That's why I know, like, no, I might not practice a lot of things I preach because there are things that I've just learned as I've got older about what I could have, would have, should have did when I was younger. You know, and I made a lot of mistakes when I was younger that I wish I didn't do, that now I just have to, I say a lot of I'm sorry for or I've apologized for, but it's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, I was looking at different ones. My son really opened my eyes for a lot of things. Ooh, now that cop, he's just sitting over there in the cuts. Like, that's almost like he's sitting like kind of incognito. Is he allowed to do that? I'm glad that I'm just like barely doing over. Yeah, I was looking at my son. Right on. Is your son, so I can't remember the message. Are you the one that, guys, are you still kind of like young? You're under your 30s, your son is still young? But yeah. Like, I feel like that Gerber life insurance for the kids when they're younger, that's a really cool one to do. Especially like that one, you know, they all have built up to a cash value at some point. But it could really be beneficial for your kid. Yeah, I'm 27. Oh yeah. Yeah, while your son is, yeah. Like, to me, like, Gerber life insurance is a really cool one again. Because it's like low and the prices can stay locked in after so long. It doesn't go so high. And then you're 27. Hopefully you don't smoke. But if you do, this is what it is. But you're 27. Because the prices, the rates just keep going up and up and up, and then you just have to start figuring it out. Where it's just like, if you don't, if you're a certain age, then it's almost like just the money you would put in your life insurance, just save it every month. Once you get to a certain age. Hi. Just scrolled onto your live. What are we talking about? We're talking about life in general. We're talking about what's going on with the food stamps, and how the survival of people's going, people that are abusing the system, and and how now it's like, who knows? I guess how it is. I mean, like this. Let's say if it's, I'll round it out. It's 40 million people that worldwide that they are funded assistance, and then that's 40 million. But just think about, because the households, the bigger the household. I just remember, like, my mother-in-law had 6 kids in the house. I don't know if it was her too, but I think she got a little over $1,000 a month for food stamps. And what if we said out of those 40 million, 10 million of those people were corrupt to the system? Another 5 million. Like I said, I feel like this when I say about for people, I was saying earlier that, like, hey, you should get drug tested, and if in your state you test positive for a drug that's not prescribed to you or is not legal in your state, then it's not about you being cut off, but it's like you should have to go to a mandatory rehab. I mean, why can't they? If they got all kind of other programs, why can't they have rehabs that are this woman actually needs assistance. This woman actually needs assistance, while others abuse the system. Now it's becoming challenging for any assistance. Yeah, it is. And because, like, every day, just like for the young girl who was, because that's what it was. I think if you're under 18 and you happen to have a kid or something, and you're already on assistance, like, you can stay on your parents, your mom's aid, but then once you turn 18, then you get on your own. and they like, there ain't no new signups, or for somebody who is got disabled, but they can't get disability from work credits, so they get the SDI. I think that's what it is, and they're not taking new applications for that. So it's like it's a lot of people that's that's getting screwed right now, and that's just because like the government is laid off workers, and that's what I'm wondering too. It's like who's gonna process the papers? It's like it's just so much is being bought. It's like is this the beginning of an effect of like a lot of things getting slashed off? Will there be a temporary where they like, hey, we're gonna temporarily, put aid in there for the end of the year? And then that's what I'm saying, like, this is the first week in November. You got 20 more days, if today is the 7th, or yesterday was the 7th, today's the 8th. You got 19 more days and till the next holiday. That's a lot of people that's dependent on those, because not everybody will be able to get the turkey anywhere when they pass out the turkeys. Now more people are going to need turkeys. It's like, whoa. I mean, I got a lot of positivity around me. And I'm really, really thankful for that. But it's like now's the time like to get your hustle on. People still spending money. People are still spending money. Just like that lady that had to turn down. I'm sure like, I a little lightweight, I feel a little bad to tell her no. But it's like it's 2 a.m. I don't know you. You asking me for a ride to go somewhere. I don't even know what that is. I'm just glad I was going the other way. You have a good day too. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, whichever it is. Enjoy your weekend when it starts for you. Your family, blessings to them, and days ahead. Get your gun permit. I'm saying, I think like now, if people haven't been, it's like now's the time to build up on your self-defense. Have an exit plan. Start buying in bulk. Rice and beans, sugar, salt. Next I see you better have that Asian man, right? Well, I mean, I'm not gonna go chasing them down. It's like how it will be, it will be. I'm gonna definitely keep my head up though. If anything, I'm like, nah, let me win some kind of big contest. I'm trying to just get paid. I don't want to or to need any kind of assistance. Bye-bye. Ciao. Cheers. Here's some limeade to you, bro. Oh, that was the thing. Limeade, Trader Joe's. That is the bomb right there. I don't want to lose your sweet love. I want some music. But this has been such a great live. I don't want to mess it up getting it copyrighted. Which actually the radio isn't so bad. Because it's really like, it just gets blocked in certain territories. Not totally blocked out, but who is that? Gonna see New Edition. So I'm saying it's like, but people thinking about, like my cousin was talking about like going to a concert, and I feel it because I'm like, you still gotta, you gotta look forward to, you gotta think positive, thinking of positive. But if like things keep going the way it is, you'd be like, I spent $100 to keep some musicians working. I could just play their CD and watch some videos. For that $100 might have been like, could feed you, but I don't know. At the same time, it's like I need I need like some couple of zeros behind that one to really feel some security. $100 ain't gonna really get me that far. Compared to where I'm trying to be. And if you want to look positive about the fact like it's gonna be over. No, I'm trying to be realistic. I don't know what's about to happen. I'm not doubting nothing. I was like, what is that? Is it like some kind of smoke? Looks like it's I guess this must be like fog from like the ocean. What is it? It's still just 2:30. I wish it was 3. It's just like 2:30, so it's still like it's kind of early, like the club just closing. But it's a Thursday night, so it's not a Friday night. So it's a different kind of busy out there right now. Just trying to think stuff that opens. I really should have just waited over at, but I'm not really tired because I need to go to the laundry, and this laundromat that I like is back that way, so. For the one that I like to use. I really liked it too. I'm like, I could turn around, but let me see, how far am I from there? Well, I'm still not that far. I've been a little tired. A little tired. That's what I should have did. Coulda, woulda, shoulda did instead of running my mouth. Because the laundromat opens up at 6. So that's like 3.5 hours from now. Made my ass lay down, take a nap. Is there any 24-hour places? So I need to look. There might be like a 24-hour laundromat I could go to and just like knock this out. My other phone. So here we're gonna get off. Good times, moonlight, boogie, Broadway, sunshine. Ooh, 1 minute it'll be like it'll be a little cold, then it get too damn hot in the car. I am in a hell of a part of the town right now, though, to be like, there is like no part of this town I'm at right now that I want to be at. I think like, where'd I put my other phone at? Where's my burner phone at? And I'm just like, I wish I had some, I need something to snack on. I ain't got nothing to snack on up in here. Sunshine. Oh, here we go. We got some peanuts right here. Ooh, I'm a little hot. It's a little warm. Blame it on the sunshine. Blame it on the moonlight. I wouldn't want to go to no laundromat anywhere out here. Just to be so real. My peanuts is almost gone. It tastes so good. Oh my God. They like tagged like all of these damn mail trucks. It's like every one of them is all tagged up. It's like they just went through. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I know they are like not happy. The post office. Oh wow. It's no fun in the paying them back. It is so foggy over here. I wish it was later in the morning. Man. Man. That was kind of idiotic of me to get off the damn freeway. A little idiotic of me to get off the damn freeway. I'm just like, how do I get back? I'm not far from it. I'll go that way. I'll just finish all of these. Okay, here we are. I knew I was near a freeway. I just had to think for a minute. No, not really. Just be patient. But this freeway is... Okay, there we go. There we go. And that's what I'm saying, like, you got where areas is kind of really being evaded by the underprivileged homeless population. And I feel for humanity. I'm not putting nobody down. You know, my mother was on drugs. She abused drugs. People that are food addicts that's on welfare, food stamps. Oh man, this motherfucker's about to be going through it. Because they usually, like, the food coupons is usually passed out between the 1st and the 10th. Monday is the 10th. Now, when they don't come out by the 10th, motherfuckers gonna be like, okay, it's really serious. Because then that's like everybody. Because usually, food is going. Like needing it by the time you do your next usually be needed like freaking a week or so before you get your next re-up. Those peanuts were yummy. And what it's like now, like shoot. Look, Mega Millions 843 million. The Powerball is 467 million. I needs to win that. I could have got off. I got some cereal for the squirrels. But see, some homeless person be like, forget them damn squirrels. I would take that damn bag of cereal. I don't give a damn how light and airy and it's not as like it used to be. Like I went out today. I should have took it back. Got a burrito, the motherfucker was cold. My point is, I threw half of it, I just threw the other half of it away. I was like, I don't want this shit. still there. Still there. Yay. Hey y'all, who is y'all two? Who is you two that's just sitting there? Looky, doing. Hooty hoo, look at you. Hooty hoo hoo, looky you. Grocery store. Alright, we're gonna change this topic. So if you're still here, you wanna come back, you gonna come back? We're gonna rechange the topic. We had a cool discussion. I appreciate y'all for discussing with me. Thanks for the likes too. That's what's up. I really appreciate the YouTube community.